Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Final Ride, Episode 2. Last time out, we took on the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas to open up the season, and we walked away with a win. In this episode, we'll be taking on two different opponents. First off, division rival, the New Orleans Saints, led by Jameis Winston, and that very special defense of Cameron Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore, among others. The second game will be against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Good old Rodgers-Brady duel in Week 3 as the Buccaneers try to win both these games to move to 3-0 on the season. I'd like to make the playoffs. The goal is to win the Super Bowl, right? So, why not run the table? Why not try to win every game like we should? And today, it's probably one of our toughest tests in the early season. We're on the road in the Caesars Superdome, and in real life, the Saints always seem to have the Buccaneers' number in the regular season. Hopefully things change today. We're going to start off after a good defensive drive, but we're pinned back into our own 10-yard line. We'll start with Adrian Peterson up the middle. And I expect big things from Adrian Peterson, even though he's 37 years old. I make a bad juke there, a bad read as we get stopped. Now it's 3rd and inches. But yeah. Even after a 3-and-out, after 3 consecutive handoffs to Adrian Peterson, I want to have a good and balanced offense. I don't want it to be strictly Tom Brady, strictly passing. Here, I see Peterson kind of gets stuck at the line of scrimmage. That just don't really have anyone else open. So we move on. A little bit later on, big throw over the middle there to Julio Jones. And the Buccaneers offense moving early after that 3-and-out. Come out and splits here. Going to hit the corner route, or no, we're not. Because it's already intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore, one of the players that we're supposed to look out for early on in the game. And that's just kind of what happens when you play against good defensive players. Thankfully for us, though, our defense is also filled with good defensive players. So, yet another drive starting inside the 10. And that... I don't even know what that was. Just bad. Thankfully for us, however, a nice pass over the middle will get us a first down, rectify the mistake by the tight end as we finally get out past the 20. But now it's 3rd and 4. We decide to go with a little mesh spot here, and we're going to give him another chance. He's going to come through again, just going to get out of bounds, avoid the big hits. Had a couple fumbles as well last week off camera. Just really don't want to turn the ball over too much. We've already got one, and I almost got another one there, but Tom Brady's arm strength holds up well enough for us not to get picked off. Come to 2nd and 5. Give the tight end, Charles Godwin, a chance on a little stick route. He'll get the first down. We cross midfield. There goes Adrian Peterson up the middle. Big gain for Adrian Peterson as we get moving into Saints territory in the early second quarter. Now we're going to play action. We're going to hit the guy who came across on the little fake jet sweep, which is Julio Jones. Move a little closer. 3rd and 3. Hand it off to Peterson, and he just gets the first down. Now we're in the red zone. Stop the play action, and I try to throw it, and just overthrows. A little high throw there to Godwin in hopes of getting a touchdown, trying to put it in between the linebackers and the safeties, but very rare bad throw by Tom Brady, and that time it was actually the game bad throw. So 2 picks already. I've already broken my self-promise, but thankfully our defense is also putting pressure on Jameis Winston, on Alvin Kamara. Now we just have to pay them back, and the crowd is rocking because of all the turnovers, and I think I've realized something more so. If you play on just offensive only, it doesn't seem like you get any momentum from anything that happens in the defense. And here on 3rd down, I do a hot route to try to make Brate do a little in route, or a little out route, my bad, to kind of set up a, a flood concept on the right side. But with the New Orleans Saints home field advantage bonus, it actually turned to a streak route, and I didn't notice until the last second, and that play blew up. But enough about that. We're at midfield again. A little in route here to Julio Jones. Just crosses the 50-yard line. Now 3rd and 4, we come out in 5 wide. We got a little drive concept, and they're going to play the tight end, allowing Godwin to get across the middle. That's a very good concept for short yardage situations, of course. Now we come out in the tight formation. That's the high throw I was trying to do earlier between the linebacker and the safety. That time, though, an actual good throw. We will take it. They cover the verticals pretty well, so we have a small little check down to White here. 2nd and 3, we stay in the shotgun, go to the flat. Do we get the first down? We do. 1st and goal. And I try to hit him in the end zone, and this time he comes down with it. So, touchdown Buccaneers. We take a 7-0 lead. Now we're going to start the second half, still up 7-0. Defense still playing very well. Have someone open all the way down the field, but he drops it after he gets hit. Guess he wasn't that open, but he seemed open. Got White out of the shotgun running the football on 2nd down, 3rd and 6. Really don't want to go 3 and out to start the drive. Lattimore on the right side is playing great coverage. I make a dangerous throw. Luckily, it wasn't my 3rd pick of the game. Now the Saints have all the momentum back. Around this point, I decided to start force-feeding Adrian Peterson a little bit more, trying to run the ball, not only to run some clock, but also just to get that momentum back. I mean, it's 7-7 now. It's a tie game, and I feel like the New Orleans Saints defense is starting to adjust more so to the pass. And you see 4 straight, 5 straight runs here. Peterson again getting a big gain. Now we're going to actually go to the pass finally. And we have Peterson out in motion. We're going to start this play. It's a little mesh kind of route for man coverage. We're going to give the tight end a chance. That is Rudolph, and he's going to get the first down. Back in Saints territory. We need this. Another drag route. I mean, if they're going to leave the drag route open, you got to take it. I'm not going to force anything downfield when I've already thrown 2 picks. All the momentum's against us. Speaking of forcing things downfield, though, 4 verts, but he burns Marshawn Lattimore on the right side. So actually worked out very well. Now 1st and goal, ball at the 1. We have Adrian Peterson in the backfield. Unfortunately, he's not able to drag that defender in there. 2nd and goal. We're going to hand it off again. This time he gets stopped again. This time at the 2. So 3rd and goal, we're going to do shotgun, more of a bench concept. I look around here and it's not really much to go. I try to go to the tight end. It's a bad throw, but Julio Jones comes back to the ball. Avoids a 3rd interception, that time in the end zone. We go up by 7. Now Tom Brady's on fire. He's got the X factor. That makes things so much easier with reading the ball down the field, reading where to go. This time they only have 3 down men. I think I'm going to have something on the run, but White just has nowhere to go. So we come to 2nd and 9. We're still hot. We're still on fire. And you see it here. Nowhere to go with the ball. No one even popped up on the pro read. So he gets sacked. And that brings us to 3rd and 20. We're going to go 5 wide. They go cover 3. And that's a mistake for them as we go right down the seam. Now we're inside the 25-yard line. We get sacked again, this time by Davenport. So can we convert 2 3rd and longs this drive? The answer is no. Because that time we have to throw out of the sack. Just don't have enough time for the cut. We're going to have to take 3. Thankfully, though, field goals are second nature. We'll go up by 10. With how they've been playing, they only had 7 points to this point. But, of course, I say that. They go down and score a touchdown. Now we need to run the clock. We need to get a few first downs. We need to end this game right here. I don't want to give them a chance for a 4th quarter comeback. I go play action for some reason. I get sacked. So that was a mistake by my end. Now it's 2nd and 18. We're going to go with some skinny posts, I think. I have 2 people open in the flats. I decided to go to the tight end on the left side to get 3rd and 5. And biggest play of the game so far on 3rd and 5. We can't have anything go wrong for us here. I decided to send Julio on a little hitch route just to beat the, they're kind of playing lax coverage. Now we're going to go levels. I throw it to the tight end. A little high throw there. A little higher than I wanted to, but it works. 2-minute warning. We need a first down pretty much to win the game. We get 4 yards there. We're going to hand it off to Peterson again. Now it's 3rd down and 4. And I decide to go to the shotgun. We're going to go Peterson in the shotgun. He's going to get the first down. That will pretty much wrap the game up. It was just another first down. The Buccaneers win a close game in New Orleans, 17-14. It's a big win on the road. It's a big win. It shows us that we can really play well on the road. I mean, 2 turnovers, again, with the interceptions, but it wasn't enough to defeat us. Our defense played just fantastic all week. We're going to look at some stats here. Tom Brady, 35 attempts, 291 yards, had 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Peterson ran for 86 yards this week with 21 attempts. It's, they say a win's a win. And in this situation, a win is a win, and it's what we needed. Now, here, it's time for our quarterback duel of the episode. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. Of course, we're not going to see the Aaron Rodgers experience today. We don't play the defensive snaps, but we are going to make sure that our guys look good. I mean, there's Rodgers on the year, 4 touchdowns, no picks. I'm sorry, that was last week's stats. He definitely had a better week than I did last week. As we try to get things started, we got both Brady and Peterson in the pregame uniforms. They know who the stars are. We're going to get things going really early. Got the Jets flying overhead. And it's a big early season matchup. It's a big game for both teams. And this will kind of just show where we stand in the conference. And the division, we proved we can beat New Orleans already. But against the premier teams in the NFC, what can we do? And Aaron Rodgers already starts off with a touchdown to start. And now we got to contend with the Packers defense. And being a Minnesota Vikings fan and playing as the Vikings primarily in a lot of franchises, I play against these guys a lot. I think I play against the Packers more so than almost any other team except for the Bears and Lions. And the defensive line for the Packers is always great in every single Madden. So I know it might be hard to run today with Peterson and White, but right here we actually get a good gain. And we're trying to go match for match, stride for stride with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And that includes getting the running game going. And the Adrian Peterson, a Packer killer when he was on the Vikings. Now that's more so reserved for Dalvin Cook. Going to motion over Brate. We're going to go right. We got a little hole, but it quickly closes up. Now it's 3rd and 2. We're going to go a little spacing concept. Get going. Jair Alexander on the outside is who I want to stay away from this game. And there, it says great timing. It was very obviously wrong. Now it's 2nd and 10 after that. Kind of embarrassing throw. They run man coverage. I go to the tight end high, and he does make the catch, hold on. So we're already inside the red zone. We're inside the 10-yard line. I put receiver on a streak route. I'm going to try to hit him real quick on a high throw, and he catches it, but he's out of bounds. So on 2nd and 5, Peterson runs the ball. We only get a yard. Now it comes 3rd and goal. Don't want to fall behind early. I try to scramble with Tom Brady. It works about as well as you expect. 4th and goal, though, we're going to go for it. You know what? You got to be aggressive in games like this. And we get a little tight end drag route when they send the house on us. We score a touchdown on our first drive. 2nd drive of the game, Packers score 3. We go right at Alexander this time. I felt it was the best route, and he had a beat on him, so might as well. Tom Brady is on fire. I miss someone already with Tom Brady, so he's no longer on fire. Good start. Come out in 5 wide, 2nd and 15. I make a dangerous throw. I thought Alexander was going to... As soon as I threw that pass, I was audibly going, oh no, because I thought Alexander was going to get there. And we've gone his way a lot this drive. A lot more than I planned to, but he just happens to be where the receiver is open. Not my first choice, but if it works, it works. I'd rather go at the younger cornerbacks that the Packers have. But good on us. We're making it work early in the game, and that's what we need to do. We need to show teams that we can handle it. We need to preferably win the division, win the conference, get a bye week. This is a good early season test. In real life, I noticed that a lot of the times there's an early season test as I try to scramble with Tom Brady again. The Buccaneers or the Patriots or whatever team Brady's on usually loses those types of games. And did you see that catch by Charles Godwin? Hit the rewind button on that. That's a tippy toe in traffic in the corner of the end zone. We take the lead. We keep the lead. They get a field goal again. So now I'm thinking we got to score another touchdown. We got to go up by 8 points. Got to make them go for 2. This is our game to lose at this point. If we just keep scoring, we are far and away over what they are. We're going to go to the flats here out of the backfield. Look at Peterson, and then look at Peterson. You know, you get excited, you get the first juke, you start trying to put moves on 5 people at once, you fumble the football. Now the Packers retake the lead. They're only up by 6, so, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. And there we have an open Godwin. But I don't want to fumble the football like that anymore. It's just a bad play, and speaking of bad plays, that's not a good one. That should have been picked off. That would have been our second straight turnover. Very thankful that didn't happen. So on 2nd and 10, we're going to go with the slant route, get to 3rd and inches, and I decide, after looking at the front, to just pass it. Was that the right move? It works out. I probably should have handed it off to Peterson there, but I'll take the yards, I'll take the first down, and then I'll give up an interception immediately. So yeah, maybe going to Peterson a little bit more, even after the fumble. Just, I don't know. It's bad. Now the Packers got all the momentum. Our defense finally makes us a stop, and we need to get going. We're down by 6. We got the ball to start the second half, and it's already 3rd and 7. And 3 and out might be the worst thing that could happen here. But the dig route over the middle to Jones will keep us from leaving the field too early, as we try to storm back, get this momentum back in the very least, or at least get it dwindled down more so. I don't know if anyone that watches has played the old NCAA football games on the PS2 or dealt with the momentum meter from '07 and up, but I like to equate the Madden momentum meter to that, where if you just play smart football, you play safe football, you will dwindle it down, you will get back into the game. So that's the goal. We're playing safe football, but then we fumble the football again. And, yeah, that's it. 2 fumbles and an interception, all 3 of them on the Packers side of the field. Now they're up by 2 scores. Now we're exactly where we didn't want to be. And we got to start slowly climbing back into this game. It's near the end of the 3rd quarter. And Tom Brady is one of the best quarterbacks in terms of coming back in his career. But, we don't want to get in these situations. We want to win these games. We want to dominate these games. We don't want to have to force these 4th quarter, 3rd quarter comebacks. And Kenny Clark, again, just stuffs the run. So now, 4th and 1. It's early in the 3rd quarter. We could have punted. I decided to go for it. We pick it up. Now we got 1st and 10 just across midfield. I have an open drag. I decide to make a dangerous throw. I get lucky. But 1st and 10 at the 21. We cannot afford to turn the ball over. We need points. And I see a man. It gets knocked away. There's a flag. Doesn't get picked off. The penalty is for roughing the passer. Tom Brady drawing a roughing the passer call. Who would have thought? Now we're inside the 10-yard line. Got a little hitch route for the running back out of the backfield. 2nd and 6. Oh boy, what do we do here? Shotgun. We try to go to someone. They undercut the route, knock it away. 3rd and 6. I'm just going to hand the ball off, be safe with White. He gets to the 3-yard line. And we decide to go 5 wide and try to get some points. Drag route, touchdown, Buccaneers. Back to a 1-possession game. But the defense, for as good as they were against New Orleans, is doing just as bad against Aaron Rodgers, and that's fair. It's Aaron Rodgers. But now we're down 9 again, and we got to drive down the field once again, hit our receivers, hit our routes. We're in Green Bay territory pretty quickly, but we've been down here almost every single drive, and we've had 3 drives and within their 30-yard line, I believe. 2 fumbles, an interception. That's a potential 21 points that we're leaving off the board. We just cannot do that if we want to win the games. But we get into the red zone again, and about 9 minutes left. It's not do or die time at this point, which is good. We get to the 10. It's 2nd and 5. A field goal would still get us within 1. If I get down to the 1, I'm going to go for it again. But this time I decide to run a little bit of a fade or a corner route with Julio Jones on the right side. But Notice he's covered. I throw it inside. Godwin fumbles it. And there's turnover number 4. Trying to make him, I got the first down, but just can't hold on to the ball. And it's disappointing. With 4 turnovers, all 4 coming in Green Bay territory, that is at the very minimum 12 points that we're leaving off the board, which would be enough to propel us to victory. So I guess it's not all the defensive fault. We got to have better ball security, got to hold on more. Here I am rolling out with Tom Brady, and every time I try to do that, nothing good comes of it for very obvious reasons, but playing with a more mobile quarterback in other games and other leagues and franchises, you just start getting used to it, and I got to kind of adapt out of that with Tom Brady. So here, we do end up taking the field goal. It's a long field goal, it's a long kick, but we make it 1 possession. Now we have to rely on the defense, and the defense gets a stop. The defense gets a stop, and we start in really good field position. Down 6, 2.5 minutes left. We need to get down the field. It almost ends right there. That safety lurked really close to the line of scrimmage. But it's do or die time. It's time to prove that Tampa Bay Buccaneers can still hang around without Mike Evans, without Leonard Fournette, with an old running back in Adrian Peterson. It's time for Tom Brady to drive the team down the field, come back, win the game. Or is it? Or is it time for the Green Bay Packers to take over? Is it time for the Packers to prove that they're for real by taking out the Buccaneers in Tampa? It's definitely a mixture of emotions running through my mind at this point. I'm, excited for the chance to win. I'm disappointed that the game's even this close, because when you look at all of our turnovers, it shouldn't be. But now we're inside the 10, 40 seconds left. I hand the ball off. We still got 2 timeouts. We get all the way down to the 1-yard line, and you gotta give it to the GOAT. QB sneak up the middle. We tie the game, 30-30. Tom Brady comes through, kick the extra point. The defense doesn't allow the traditional Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary. The Buccaneers walk away with their 3rd straight win. They go 3-0 to start the year. That's looking good. I mean, that is a statement win. That is a statement win for the Buccaneers right there. And, celebration begins in the locker room. They go 3-0. But we're not out of the woods yet. Because next week, Tampa Bay has to take on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. You thought the QB duels were over. They're never over in the NFL. There's always someone that can beat you. The next time, we'll find out if Patrick Mahomes can beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. See you then.